It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, they haven't yet found their groove. They're still trying to make adjustments to try and change the momentum here early in the season. Each game out right now, as their coaches reiterated, is another invaluable opportunity to refine their approach and make improvements. And LeBron James last season got some MVP votes, and while he didn't come away with the award, I think, Kenny, that most would consider him the best player in the league, if not the world.
Well, he's the most.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. We'll see Cleveland taking on the Detroit Pistons. The big story here is the return of Tobias Harris, who had been sidelined with the injury.
Yeah, and the fans have been waiting for this moment for a while. I'll bet they're going to let him know how happy they are to have him back on the court. He's worked extremely hard to return to the lineup as quickly as possible. I know he's been waiting for this day, too.
You're right, and you have to be impressed with the way they played while he was out. I mean, give them credit. They dug deep, and they found a way to keep winning games.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. And it's Irving at the point. 5 on the clock. And guys, everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area. And that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And here are the Cavaliers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And here is Drummond following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. And he gets it to go.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did, but maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward in fine fashion from here.
Here's LeBron. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. James misses. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
And guys, you know, Cantavius Caldwell Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. A bit ago, Stan Van Gundy and I were able to chat. Team rebounding is something he stressed to his side, and rightfully so when you face a player that gobbles up the glass like Kevin Love. He told me that Love rebounds at an unreal rate, and his side can't take any mental breaks when it comes to boxing out on the defensive end. Love's numbers validate that fear, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Caldwell Pope. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Wow, I'm surprised he took that shot, but he has a huge size disadvantage in that matchup. But tremendous job to knock that one down.
Now here's Mozgov. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Back to LeBron. Love wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's now 7 points for Love. Pistons trail by 7. Down low, here's Tolliver. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Irving passes to Smith. To the middle, and stolen by Drummond. Jackson with it, picked up by Love. Jackson against Love. Jackson dishes to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there. Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friend.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Detroit. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson's checked in. Now, here is Irving. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. Stolen by Jackson. Now Detroit moving it up. Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris, and the shot is good. And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletic.
You talked about the raw physical tools, and you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value. Great hands and quick feet, and he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Good on the shot. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Over to the left wing. Love the pass to Thompson. The shot is off. Good D by Drummond. The Pistons have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And slam dunk by Harris.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Harris against LeBron. And here's Love for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. That's 10 points for Kevin Love. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope. And then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Amon Shumpert has come in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Back to Jackson. Morris a screen. Fires the 3. And that is good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Thompson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Johnson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
And here are the Pistons now. They're on an 18-7 run. They get it back. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year, eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
Meeks with the steal. Now Detroit moving it up. Jackson's got the ball, and Morris throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
The Pistons have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And so Meeks nails both of them.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Jackson, and the release was before the buzzer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the ballots. Let's give it up for Honor Motion.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got him on Shumpert. Jefferson out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Mozgov in its center. Here's Dellavedova. On the wing, Shumpert. The pass to Mozgov. Back to Shumpert. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Harris comes in for Meeks. And then for Cleveland. Love's check in for Frye. Smith comes in for Richard Jefferson. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Now here's Drummond. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
LeBron, he's checked in for Cleveland. Right wing. Mozgov drives in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. Pass to Bullock. On the wing, Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And Drummond throws it down.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment. And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Here's LeBron, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. that one on Harris.
Yeah, and, you know, they built the roster to how they play best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Reggie Bull. Now here's Jackson talking about that win against the Lakers. He was a big factor in that game as well. He feeds it to Drummond. Mozgov with the block. And it's Love penetrating, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Pistons leading by 5. Outside Jackson. Drummond a screen. Tolliver kicks to Harris. Inside, got a piece of it. Mozgov with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And James throws it down.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Here's Jackson following the basket by LeBron James. LeBron against Harris. It's Jackson atop the key. Detroit, no good that time either. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. Kicks to Mozgov. Smith right side. Irving against Jackson. To the middle. Stolen away. Pass break Detroit. Jackson missing again. The Cavaliers trail by 5. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Detroit making a switch. Morris is checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Morris against Love. Morris into the lane, and that one's good. Morris has got 7. For Cleveland, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Here's Irving. Kicks it out to LeBron. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
A moment now to see the numbers for Love. 17th in rebounding, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
You know, just like you were saying, he's one of the better rebounders in the league. He just has that knack and that tireless work ethic that really galvanizes and energizes his teammates.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And they double him up with LeBron. From the arc. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 5 points. That time the bucket coming from Kevin Love.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. It's stolen by Morris. Jackson with it. He's got 5. In the corner, it's Harris. All sorts of time. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Harris has got 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Love with the screen on Harris. James, the pass to Love. Out to Thompson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. They get the rebound. Outside Irving. Traps in the tray. He's got 9.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Dishes it to Morris. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They get a hand on it. Smith outside. LeBron outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for LeBron.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Now, here is Smith. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. To the paint, here's Morris. Left side, Harris. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist from Tobias Harris. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson. Bullock kicks to Meeks. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Baines. Jumper off the screen, and that one comes up a bit short.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Dellavedova from outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Tip.
Gentlemen, I'm here with a visibly winded Kevin Love. And Kevin, what changed?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. From the get-go, it was Detroit who came out strong. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive play. That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about...
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
You know, Love is playing well. He has 18 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. The big men, Tolliver and Drummond. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping, but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx. And I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Jackson against Irving. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Six to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And the basket by Harris.
He played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The Cavaliers trail by 6, and there's the feed to Love. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 5 assists tonight.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Now here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Gets to the corner and buries it. Caldwell Pope's got 9. Timeout called, Cleveland.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 12. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Comes up empty down low.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the dunk by LeBron.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Detroit leading by 4. And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game he's got to tighten up.
Here is Love, following the score by Reggie Jackson. A baseline J, and he hits the jump shot. And now it's an 8-point Piston lead.
That's a confident play there. Great execution.
LeBron outside. Passes to Irving. The 3. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Jackson. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
To the paint. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Mozgov.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Here's Drummond. Excellent D there from Mozgov. The Cavaliers trail by 8 inside. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Shumpert is checked in for Smith. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
LeBron can't get it to go.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Jackson gets the bucket.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Love outside. Picked by Mozgov. Takes the 3. The shot misses. And it's Detroit the other way. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you can see right there why he does.
That one goes. Count it. And it's now 22 points for Kevin Love.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Detroit making a switch here. Meeks is checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Channing Frye's checked in for Mozgov. Tolliver, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. James kicks to Love. Love with another miss.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a three yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Good. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way. And, guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Marcus Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Johnson in for Caldwell Pope. And that one's good, Shumpert.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Pistons leading by 8. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move, and with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
To the left wing, Meeks inside the three-point line. Misses the wing J.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Pistons.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Detroit. And finished off by Shumpert.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further. And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Now, here's Meeks. 8 points for him. Here's Morris. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Dellavedova from outside. Morris with the rebound. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Shots good by Baines.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And we get a moment to check out the team's scoring leaders. The Cavaliers, number 1.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
So it's Detroit now. Here's Meeks. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down. Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Got a piece of it. And he's going up for the alley-oop and finished off by Shumpert.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
7 seconds left to play in the third. Fry, that's for 2. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And here's Love. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Fry in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's James. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris. No luck. Good D by LeBron.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Pulls up on the wing. James with another miss.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Channing Frye.
Timothy Mozgov.
James against Harris. Harris missing again. The Cavaliers trail by 11. It's LeBron with the drive. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Tolliver's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Here's Caldwell Pope. Great D that time from Love.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle. Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Pistons leading by 9. Here's Tolliver. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
In the corner, it's James. Pass to Love. The 3. Rebound, Detroit. Tolliver's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris outside. Here's the screen, and they double up Jackson. Here's Drummond. Misses off the right iron. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Smith dishes to Irving. Love outside. Another miss by Love. Detroit's gone 7 of 9 on 3-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Here's Caldwell Pope. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Detroit. Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Here's Smith. Love outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Love's got 25 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And that one's good.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Tolliver, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Pistons leading by 11. Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Drummond. Shot off the screen. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 8 points here for Drummond.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for a man. Oh, man, was that
and
fun.
no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times, a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pistons have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Jackson drives in. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Pistons leading by 13. Here's Harris, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high, 36%.
He'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, a monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
And, guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo. which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
Drummond working against Mozgov. Drummond passes to Caldwell Pope, and that one's good. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points in the quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter, Clark. He's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
LeBron against Harris. Here's Smith. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Caldwell Pope. Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Harris. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. No good. Good D by Love.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Now Jackson. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Mozgov with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Smith's running. Kept alive.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Harris setting the pick for Jackson.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Smith. Rejected by Mozgov.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Pistons.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but Clark, they really kept the ball under control.
I thought they were both focused and relentless, Kevin.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Jackson. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
19 seconds left in the game. Tolliver, no luck.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Cavaliers foul. J.R. Smith. That's his 3rd personal foul. Shooting 2 for Detroit. Contavious.
Free throw good from Caldwell Pope. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and Reggie Jackson. He came out of the locker room at halftime. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, thus far about the same number of wins as last season. Nonetheless, every game provides a chance for them to get better. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and, hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is just getting more and more athletic. All the off-season training and all the nutrition and things, guys are more athletic. I don't know if they're better players, but they're much more athletic. And already we've seen some jaw-dropping highlights.
More athletic than when you played?
Without question. But
And here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. This game is part of the travel schedule for Milwaukee. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And they're trying for their second win in as many games against these guys. They were able to exploit their advantages the first time around. They're out to prove that that was no fluke.
Exactly, and confidence so big in this league, Greg. You know that. You want to keep that upper hand against teams whenever possible. You can see they've got that look in their eyes. I mean, it's time to get busy and go to work.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Bucks, Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. On defense, the Bucks, they defeated the Wizards in their last game.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win. Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter-Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
And that one's good. Parker.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's James. 20 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit. The shot's good from Love. On the subject of Michael Carter-Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing you can't seem to lock down is his shooting stroke.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field, and you expect more out of him at this stage. But remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Irving with it, now defended by Carter Williams, and the dunk by James.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. In the corner, Middleton with it. Shot clock at 6. The fadeaway. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. James outside. Passes it to Irving. Back to LeBron. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And Irving with the basket on the assist by LeBron. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Bucks trail by 3. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the night.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's James. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. The kick out to Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists now tonight. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the 3, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's got 5. LeBron outside. Pass to Mozgov. Parker with the steal. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Henson checked in for Monroe. Cavaliers leading.
And, you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 in made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA in made threes per game after the trade.
And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the 3 department. I mean, makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space.
Now here's Carter Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Jabari Parker, as a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Smith wide open. He fired. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And Parker, here we go. Mozgov with the block. Carter Williams against Smith. LeBron James on the wing. Love wide open. He fires. Rebound by Parker.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates.
And it's sent back by Irving. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Smith outside. He dishes it to James. The rebound by the Bucks.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
And, you know, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the chart.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. The Bucks also changing it up. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Jabari Parker. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Vasquez in for Michael Carter Williams. Bucks trail by 3. For Giannis, it's not just his physique and length. Clark, he moves insanely well for a guy that size.
Yeah, Giannis also might not be done growing, Kevin.
Right.
How scary is that? I mean, you know, he could be a legit 7-foot shooting guard when it's all said and done. That would be something to see.
Vasquez passes to Plumlee. It's Mayo on the wing. The Bucks working the ball around. Plumlee with the screen. Vasquez. That's short off the rim.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Irving attacking. Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. Dellavedova dishes to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. And a wide open look for Irving. Another miss by Irving. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Jefferson's checked in for Kyrie Irving. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Frye passes to Thompson. To the paint. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Relative. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Vasquez out there with Mayo. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Monroe in at the center position. Here's Dellavedova. Right side Jefferson. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Middleton. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And there's the lay-in. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Frye for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Frye's got 6.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Now here's Mayo. Middleton outside. Here's Plumlee. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland will come the other way. And for the Bucks, a lot of their improvement came, Greg, as you're talking about, in their play against the Eastern Conference. They went 30-22, Clark, against the rest of the conference.
A nice step for a young team, but you look at it more closely. Basically, the Bucks beat teams they should have beaten. But you know, Kevin, the good teams do that consistently. So a good step for them.
Now here's Vasquez. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. Shot's good by Middleton.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Thompson outside. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And then for Milwaukee, Parker comes in for Plumlee, and it's Carter Williams in for Vasquez. Here's Mayo, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Now here's LeBron. Love outside. To the inside. Stolen by Monroe. Poked away. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Irving. Rejected by Monroe. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Mayo. Mozgov with the block. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. On defense, the Cavaliers. Mayo kicks to Parker. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Mozgov. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Smith outside. Mozgov kicks to LeBron. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. Milwaukee in the lead. Right side, Mayo. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior. And guys, when you look at O.J. Mayo's statistics over the past few years, nothing really stands out. But then you watch him in games, especially in clutch moments, and he can seem like the most dangerous guy on the floor. A scary, deep-range shooter who loves to take defenders one-on-one.
Well, on the topic of O.J. Mayo, has value in this NBA.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's multi-skilled, good size, sees himself as a superstar, and yet that sometimes derails him being as effective as he could be because he just can't quite get comfortable in that role of being a backup.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Greg Monroe. Smith outside. Pass to Mozgov. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
John Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for O.J. Mayo. Now here's Carter Williams. 5 points in the game. Misses off the left iron. Cavaliers trailing, and oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance, and James throws it down.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
The shot's good from Henson. Henson's got his first bucket of the night.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. Mozgov against Henson. Now here's Mozgov. He's guarded closely. Irving kicks to James, and that one's good. James has got 4 this quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
James against Antetokounmpo. Here's Parker. Good D from Love.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
That gives them the lead.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Now here's Mozgov, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Carter Williams with it. He has 5. Parker outside. The 17-footer. Another miss by Parker. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
James, no good with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here's Smith following the bucket by the Bucks. And that one's good. James.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Carter Williams. He has 7. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Good on the triple. Middleton's got 9 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Here's Dellavedova. Love goes in. That's good. Love's got 6.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Carter Williams against Shumpert. And there's a whistle that goes on him on Shumpert. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for the Cavaliers. Channing Frye.
And Milwaukee has possession. To the middle. Here's Henson. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. And Frye kicks to Shumpert. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And so it's
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their largest. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the 3rd.
Well, Irving has simply been great. 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from 3-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. LeBron kicks to Love. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a moment now to see nice 3-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate 3-point shooting 2 men in the league. In the 3rd spot, J.R. Smith.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by LeBron James. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. The 10-footer. Here's Monroe, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Monroe's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks. Irving passes to Smith. Back to Irving. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. That's a 2 from Smith. Mozgov kicks to Irving. Clock is at 3. Rebound by Parker.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got his 5th assist in this one. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Kicks to LeBron. Back to Smith. And here's Love for 3. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Mayo's checked in. Carter Williams dishes to Mayo. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Mayo. Screen by Monroe. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. The second effort. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Carter Williams. Averaging 9 points per game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times. Looking at the game for Parker, he has 9 points and 1 steal.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. James wide open. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Parker. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Milwaukee. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And checking out Cleveland, a game behind.
And right now for the Bucks, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Kicks it out to Love. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists here tonight. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
Now here's James. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. The Bucks working the ball around. Dishes it to Parker. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. From down in the low post, it goes.
And you know, with LeBron, he's played over 40,000 career minutes. He's played more than Larry Bird did his entire career. More than NBA Iron Man Andre Miller as well. And those miles take their toll.
Now here's LeBron. 12 points for him. It's tipped. It's stolen by Mayo. Out to the right wing. Here's Carter Williams. And it's good off the back rim and in. Carter Williams has got 9.
And for LeBron, last season, the longest injury absence of his career. I think he's smart to protect his body, though. If he can keep healthy, he can play for a long time at a very high level. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
The drive by Monroe. It's rebounded by Cleveland. James has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Irving. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. They double him with Irving. Here's Henson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Kyrie Irving. 16th in shooting percentage, 17th in steals, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish.
Jefferson's checked in for Cleveland. Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
Here's Henson, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And it's 7 points now for Henson.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18 is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
It's tipped, and so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
Bucks ball.
Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The Bucks second.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Now here's Vasquez. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Good.
Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
Here's Dellavedova. Puts it up from 12, and O.J. Mayo pulls it down.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now here's Vasquez. 1:29 left in the third. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Here's Dellavedova. Milwaukee with the rebound. And it's the Bucks on the break. Shot by Mayo is no good.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Up the floor. And there's Vasquez on the assist from Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 18. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Mayo, the pass to Plumlee. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Shumpert pulls it down. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the dish to Dellavedova. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. And Shumpert kicks to Jefferson. Shumpert passes to Dellavedova. 5 on the clock. Looking to end the run. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Chris Middleton.
12 seconds left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. And yes, sir, that one drops. Middleton's got 11 points.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Now here's Shumpert to the wing right side. For 3, Fry, and he gets it to go. He's got 9. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Milwaukee on top, leading by 17. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Monroe in at the 5. Irving kicks to Fry. Uses both hands to slam it down.
cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Carter Williams. To the middle, Monroe. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. 10 points for Greg Monroe.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
LeBron James on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending. Knocked away. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Feeds it to Carter Williams. He kicks to Monroe. Here's Antetokounmpo, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now, here is Irving. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It's on Jabari Parker.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Greg Monroe. And, yes, sir, that one drops. And that's 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Milwaukee with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. No good. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Here is Love. Back to Smith. Cleveland moving it around. Irving up top. Defended by Middleton. Irving attacking. Misses from close range. Bucks leading by 17. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist in the game. LeBron outside. The feed to Irving. Clock at 6. The shot's good from Love.
They came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Monroe left side. Lets it fly from 18. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Smith.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now here's Monroe. Here's Carter Williams. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Smith outside. For the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Parker's got his 3rd rebound tonight. In the corner, Middleton with it. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got his 8th assist here tonight. Love outside. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Middleton. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Love throws it down.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And he gets it to go.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
And for Parker, he could have been in the Rookie of the Year running with this play, scoring just over 12 points a game and shooting almost 50% before the injury ended the season.
And he gets it to go. 16 points for LeBron.
Oh, he's got such great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Irving against Carter Williams. Mozgov with the block. Love outside. Irving with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. The drive by LeBron. Here's Love, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And even in the short glimpses of last season, you could see that Parker was the real deal. I mean, he had no problem finding ways to score. And even with his injury setback, he should be a great player for years to come.
Here's Monroe. Following the basket by Kevin Love.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The drive. Oh!
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh man.
Does he ever.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And the Bucks with possession here, following the score by Cleveland. Good.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bucks.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back, Clark, at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Kevin, they clearly won the second chance points category, and possession after possession, we watched them go after the loose balls and the misses and turn them into makes.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And talk about applying pressure to an opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 more games left to play on their year against the Cavaliers.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Antetokounmpo. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Here is Vasquez. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Plumlee. The shot is off. Jefferson with some nice D. And Clark, maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
I don't think it's going to happen, partner.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Greg went deep for that one.
He did, but I'm hungry now. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the Sports Pregame Show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they know this game will be a battle. The team they defeated in the conference finals, they're not taking this one lightly. For the Hawks over the last few years, they've brought in some faces and tactics from San Antonio. Shaq, are they really the San Antonio Spurs East, as we've heard in recent years?
Well, Coach Budenholzer was a former San Antonio Spurs assistant. They run a similar motion offense with spacing in the ball movement. They're not the Spurs.
It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. The Cavaliers again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Yeah, but this is a team they faced and beat in the postseason a year ago.
You're right, Greg. They took care of business against them in the conference finals. Now looking to do the same thing tonight.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Teague and Korver are the guards. Splitter is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Cephalosha in at small forward. Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron.
It does. That is effective.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
Hey, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble. And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break. Well, he actually did a nice job there reading how that shot was going to come off the rim perfectly. I mean, that can make up for any height disadvantage.
Now Cephalosha following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for the third longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
Now here's Mozgov, and that one's good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
T kicks to Cephalosha. Outside Millsap. Millsap a screen. Outside Teague. To the inside. Good D by Love.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's James. And a wide open look for Irving. Another miss by Irving.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Here's Cephalosha. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Cephalosha's got his first 2 points of the night. J.R. Smith on the wing. Shoots. Here's LeBron. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Teague. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
And took it right into the teeth of the D and dropped it back for the jam.
Boy, I didn't see that one coming. Man, sweet look on the run there.
Here's James. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee. Down low. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Splitter, that's good.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Irving with the ball. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
The Hawks trail by 3. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Hawks. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Outside Irving. It's stolen by Schroeder. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Clock at 6. Here's Dellavedova. Here's Thompson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
And stolen by Fry. James outside. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Shumpert's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Outside, Scott. Here's Schroeder. Kicks it to Humphries. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
Now here's LeBron. 5 points in the game. Score of the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for LeBron. So it's the Hawks now, trailing by 4. 1:30 left here in the first quarter. Here's Schroeder. Atlanta again missing.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. Hardaway against Shumpert. Misses off the left iron.
And, you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Outside for Jefferson. Thompson dishes to Jefferson. Dellavedova, the pass to Shumpert. Cleveland moving it around. On the wing, Shumpert. The screen from Thompson. 6 to shoot. Dellavedova, that's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shooter kicks to Humphries. Scott with the screen on Shumpert. Hardaway dishes to Humphries. Here's Schroeder. Atlanta again missing.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, well, what's your take?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Jefferson in at the 3 spot. Irving kicks to Love. Back to Irving. Smith for 3. And Splitter pulls it down.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
It's a pick by Love. Smith the pass to Mozgov. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Mozgov's got 6.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. LeBron, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Now here's Teague. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, another 3 for Atlanta. The Cavaliers leading. James outside for 3. Love, and that one's good. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Korver gets a wide open look from outside off the mark. Cleveland leading by 4. Irving kicks to Love. Latrey. The shot is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
Yeah, it was a major factor in the ball game. I mean, the more turnovers they caused, the more shaky those guys got with the ball.
Here's James. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Korver against Smith. Outside Korver, pass to Millsap. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Smith kicks to LeBron. Mozgov dishes to James. No good from 18.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Hawks were so dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games.
T kicks to Splitter. The dish to Millsap. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
You know, in the second round, the Hawks had a bit of trouble once again with the Wizards. Were able to get by them despite going down 2-1 in that series. Seemed like they were out of gas against the Cavs in the next round.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Over to the left wing. James, the pass to Irving. Back to James, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they let it fly from downtown.
And really, with the Hawks in the postseason, they just ran out of help. I mean, the Korver injury, the Carroll injury were huge against the Cavs. And when you lose that much talent, you could see why they were swept out of that conference finals. Don't forget, they also lost Cephalosha prior to the playoffs.
On the wing, Korver, covered by Smith. Millsap a screen. Here's Teague. The teardrop falls in. Teague's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
LeBron kicks to Mozgov, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
James. With the pass.
The Hawks trail by 5. And here's Korver. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento. Good on the 3-point shot. Korver's got 6.
They're shooting the ball extremely well right now. They're looking at that 3-point shot as a way to get some extra offense and really continue to fortify their momentum.
Teague against Irving. Feeds it to Smith. Fires for 3. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Then for the Hawks, Chris Humphries has checked in for Splitter. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Mon Shumpert has come in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And then for Atlanta, Kent Bazemore's checked in for Cephalosha. And Hardaway is subbed in for T. Picked him clean.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
Bazemore misses.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Well, you have to love the energy and the effort given every night by Kent Bazemore, hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you actually. Runs the floor like a tornado, can handle the ball, the consummate role player.
He really is. And you know, you can have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball, Kevin. There's only one out there,
right,
and you're going to have 5 guys, so you need other areas of the game to be effective. And he focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little things that add up to victories.
To the right side. Hardaway for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
To the wing on the left. They set the pick. Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Bazemore. Scott dishes to Schroeder. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Fry. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Thompson passes to Fry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Scott with a screen on jumper. Hardaway kicks to Scott. 5 to shoot. The three. And Tim Hardaway Jr. with the three.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
LeBron outside. The feed to Dellavedova. Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it there.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. No good on that last second attempt there. And we're through
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up... Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is...
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He has 17 points and 3 assists.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Teague and Korver are the guards. Paul Millsap out there with Cephalosha. And it's Splitter in at the 5 spot.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
6 to shoot, and here's Love for 3.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Pass to Cephalosha for the lead. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
James outside. Love outside. Again, Love missing. The Hawks leading.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, who bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor. off the court and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they've played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
James outside. Back to Smith. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Love kicks to James. It's stolen by Korver. He feeds it to Splitter to the left wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They set the screen. Back to Korver. The shot misses. James with some nice D.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for James. Millsap misses.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Millsap. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Smith dishes to Mozgov. The kick out to Irving. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Irving's got his first basket of the night. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And stolen by Irving. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. That evens the score.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Dishes to Korver. Millsap kicks to Korver. Korver missing again. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. On the wing, Irving. For the lead. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
No luck, so Atlanta will take it the other way. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And that one's good. Millsap.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The pass to Love. Irving dishes to Love. Outside for Jefferson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mozgov. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Irving passes to Love. Smith, left side. Here's Mozgov. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight. Atlanta's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. And that one's good. Millsap.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Jefferson against Korver. Jefferson kicks to Love. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. And the rejection by Love. And they'll keep possession. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Millsap with the steal. Teague against Smith. Teague drives in. That's a 2 from Korver. Wide open shot is on the money. Korver's got 5 points now in the quarter. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. On the wing, Irving. Teague covering. Love dishes to Smith. Here's Mozgov. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
11 seconds left to play here in the third. To the middle. Here's Humphries. Missed inside.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
We're at the end of the third. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far. It's coming to play. Cavaliers leading. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Channing Frye out there with Thompson. And it's Dellavedova in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And they double up James. Dellavedova, the pass to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Dellavedova kicks to James. The shot from 20 feet away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
Outside jumper. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. They get it back. Frye off with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now here's Schroeder. Defense is right there. Snatched up. Humphries kicks it to Bazemore. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Scott. Takes it off the glass. Scott's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hawks. And with the Hawks and the East, they just dominated the rest of the division. 39 of the Hawks' 60 regular season wins came in conference.
Yeah, and across the board, the Hawks statistically just dominated all Eastern opponents. They shot it better, played better defense, took better care of the ball. They are set up to be a factor in this conference for a long time.
Hardaway kicks to Humphries. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Bazemore misses. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. James outside. And he drops it in from the low post. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Schroeder passes to Scott. And that one's good.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. The screen from Thompson. Shumpert dishes to James. He kicks to Dellavedova. 6 to shoot. Back to James. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Fry. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Atlanta, Paul Millsap is checked in for Humphries. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Korver in for Hardaway. Inside. Scott kicks to Cephalosha. Schroeder up top. He's covered by Thompson. From 11 feet away, it's a big height bouncing goes in. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
Kicks it to Cephalosha. Again, the Hawks score.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Back to Smith. James, the pass to Love. Back to James. Leans from outside. And that one hits back iron.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the lead. So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. Now here's Schroeder, covered by Irving. Count the bucket. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And as a coach, that's the kind of turnover that drives you nuts.
And, Greg, there's no reason for that turnover to happen. It's just inexcusable.
And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Irving kicks to James. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Teague dishes to Millsap. Pass to Cephalosha. Millsap a screen on James. Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Smith right side. And stolen by Cephalosha. The dish to Teague. Looking for Korver. He gets it there. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Cavaliers shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. And here's James outside. And again, LeBron missing. Atlanta leading by 3. Here is Korver. Millsap a screen. Here's Splitter, and it's sent back by Irving. And it's Smith penetrating. He dishes it to Mozgov. LeBron outside to tie it up. Jacks up a 3. That's good. James has got 9 points now in the quarter.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
Outside Teague. There's the dish to Korver. Shoots the 3. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. LeBron kicks to Love. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And it's 9 points for Love. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. 1:27 left in the fourth. Teague, the pass to Korver. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. To stop the run, and the layup good by Teague. Teague's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Love outside. LeBron outside. Back to Love. To the paint. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Here's Teague. Down low. Here's Millsap. Yes!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Smith against Korver. Smith kicks to LeBron. And even 3-on-3 break. It's stolen by Smith. Money!
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instinct trade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Millsap with the steal. Irving against Korver. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta calls timeout. The score is tied at 76. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Oh, couldn't sink the... Time expires, and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Dellavedova in at the point guard position. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Outside Millsap. And good, he nails it. Millsap's got 23 points. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Mozgov hits them both.
Check out the game for Mozgov. He's got 12 rebounds, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
On the wing, Korver, wide open. Off the left rim and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's James, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And both free throws good for LeBron. It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Now Schroeder feeds to Splitter. Sefolosha dishes to Schroeder. And the rejection by James. Out to the right wing. Dellavedova kicks to James. Cleveland moving it around. And they double up James. And he gets it to go. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Sefolosha passes the split. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And he lobs it up toward the rim on the jam by J.R. Smith.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Passes it to Sefolosha. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Shot to stop the run. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, the effort and the aggression really favors them thus far. They've completely dominated the backboard.
Sefolosha with the steal. Now here's Schroeder. Not a lot of room. And the shot is good.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Millsap with the steal.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now here's Schroeder. D right on him. There's the feed to Millsap. Pass to Schroeder. Millsap has the open look. No good with the wing jumper.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Smith with the stuff.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, Hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
That's his second personal foul.
And finished off by LeBron.
Come on now, did they really just pull that off?
That was an outstanding play.
I tell you what, there are alley-oops, and then, fellas, there are alley-oops.
Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 8. 26 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Here's Schroeder. Outside for Korver. Launches a 3. They get it back. The tray cannot hit.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Smith dishes to James. Back to Smith. There's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
So we see the Cavaliers.
Thanks, Kevin. LeBron, what have you discovered defensively that enabled you to win this ball game?
I mean, well, they broke us down still off the bounce. We want to do a better job of trying to keep our chest in front.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quick LeBron James. And we witnessed tonight just how he came to be the NBA's #1 scorer. He's just on another level when it comes to putting the ball in the basket. Did it all game long. Again. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in the arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will on the game.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.